Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another Marvel Legendary playthrough. We're going to be doing a playthrough today of another comic book story. This one is going to be Blood Hunt. So Blood Hunt was the most recent kind of big crossover event in the comics. It ended back at the end of July. And kind of the big deal here was the Earth got, like the sun got blacked out, like the whole Earth got blacked out. And vampires started running around and was like going to town on people. And so I'm just going to be covering like the main narrative of Blood Hunt, but there were a ton of books that tied in. There were these one shots here and there of characters kind of doing their own thing with the vampires. So I'll kind of give a brief overview of what happened in the story. I'm going to do a very poor job at that, but I'll try my best. And then we'll just hop into the playthrough. So really this story starts off in the Vengeance of Moon Knight book. That book is sort of basically about how Mark Spector is dead, and like his team, he's got this group called the Midnight Mission who go around helping people, and they're really having a hard time with his death. In the midst of all this, there's another person masquerading as Moon Knight going around like beating the crap out of people, and so the kind of two main people are Tigra and Hunter's Moon, who are like and he's actually they've got a couple of vampires on that team. But they're kind of the two people that are really reeling with that loss. Hunter's Moon, basically his brother. He's a different person who is one of the other Fists of Khonshu. And then you've got Tigra, who's like Mark's like love interest person. And so she's really having a hard time with it. They're in love with each other and he's gone. And they go to fight this other Moon Knight, and after they defeat him, he like bursts into this dark energy. And all these different dark energy powered people in the world just basically burst and like create this blackout of the sun. Cloak is another one that this happens to. So when this happens, vampires descend on and just start attacking all these people, this and that. And in the midst of all this, so that kind of kicks off Blood Hunt. So then the Avengers go after this like Blood Coven group of all these like pretty cool looking vampire villains. And in the midst of all this, they get kind of whooped on. T'Challa gets bitten and gets turned into a vampire. And when that's happening, so he has his own little story. We'll go off into a second. But New York's, it takes place a lot in New York because a lot of the characters are there. And so you see a lot of stuff from New York, and it's Havoc, and Doctor Strange gets bitten. So he like separates his body from being like his corporeal form to his astral form. And his corporeal form is a vampire, but his astral form's like completely normal. And Blade shows up, and they're like, great, Blade's here, and he's the vampire hunter, and he's going to be able to help us. And then they're like, who do you think did this, Blade? And Blade says, it was me, and he cuts the vampire Doctor Strange in half. And so you figure out Blade is the one behind all this. He's the one that kind of set off all this blackout of the sun. So they're like, oh, snap, Blade's dealing with all this. So one of the stories that is integral to this is the Dracula books. So there's these 3 Dracula books, and it's basically Dracula tracking down Brielle, who is Blade's daughter. I think she goes by Bloodline is her like hero name. So she's Blade's daughter, and he's like, you're the only one that can defeat him. So like we've got to go kill your dad. And obviously she doesn't want to kill her dad, so she's really dealing with that. And she kind of does this own thing and kind of is trying to reconcile being a hero and like what it takes to have to take out somebody like your dad who's causing all these problems. And she runs into Daredevil for a little bit. So that's all happening off on her own story. She's trying to deal with that. They reconvene with Doctor Strange and some of the rest of our Avengers. And Spider-Man is there. Spider-Man gets bitten by Blade. I think it's by Blade at this point. But Spider-Man is bitten. Miles Morales is. And he's turned to a vampire. So now we have Miles Morales, Spider-Man as a vampire. And so he's kind of running around trying to deal with stuff with that. And so while this is all happening, and the heroes are trying to like kind of deal with some of these things, you've got on a different book, you've got T'Challa, who is like tripping because he's got Blade in his head talking to him because he's like sired him, and he gets T'Challa to go back to Wakanda to go underwater to find this Atlantean temple and bring this temple back and bring this temple back up. And you find out that in this whole thing that Blade is actually being possessed by this vampire named Varney. I think that's how you say it. So Varney was the very first vampire who was turned into a vampire by the Darkhold, and he's like this Atlantean guy. And so this temple is going to come back up and like make him resurrect his body. So that's this whole thing he's trying to do. So he does that. Meanwhile, the Tigra and Hunter's Moon need to go break Khonshu out of Asgardian prison, because Asgardian prison, because if Khonshu comes back, he can help defeat these vampires. So they break Khonshu out with the help of a Wrecker from the Wrecking Crew. And when Khonshu is broken out, he resurrects Mark Spectre as well as a bunch of the old Moon Knights, and they go and like descend on the Earth to help fight off all the vampires. So they're fighting the vampires. The Avengers go make a final push to fight Varney and the Blood Coven, which we can look at the Blood Coven here. Pretty cool. Here's a shot of the Avengers fighting. You got Captain America and Captain Marvel and Tony and Vision fighting them. There's a picture of Miles as a vampire, and then you've got this big fight here. So they're going to do this final assault on them. And you've got the Avengers up there, and they're trying to get Briella to go fight her dad. She finally goes to fight him. So they're fighting them. And then you've got Doctor Strange and like Clea and some of like the sorcery side of stuff. They go to talk to Doctor Doom because Doom has created a artificial sun in Latveria, which is prevented. It's the only place on Earth that isn't succumbed to this vampire plague. So they go to talk to him and like, we need your help. And he's like, I'll help you if you give me something I want. And he's like, okay, what do you want? And he says, I want the Sorcerer Supreme, power of the Sorcerer Supreme. So Strange says, I will give it to you so long as after you're done fixing everything, you'll give it back. And he says, I'll do it. So Clea's like, don't do it. But Strange's like, this is the only way we can. So once he agrees to that, he passes the power of the Sorcerer Supreme to Doom. Briella decides that she will take on Blade, so she goes and fights him, and it has to do with like coming from Blade. She has the power to defeat him, but she strikes him down. But because Varney is more Blade than Blade is, it's not enough. So Miles comes in and helps strike him down because he's also sired. He's like basically directly from him, so he's able to. The two of them are able to defeat Varney, and after he's defeated. And with like the help of the Moon Knight and Khonshu, they are able to, and Doctor Doom is able to like break the spell and bring the sun back out, and it's able to kind of save the day. So basically the whole day saved. Miles is just a vampire now, but he can be in the sun. So he can be there. Blade, I think, dies. If I don't recall right. Or he's like almost dead. Maybe he doesn't completely die. And then Strange says, okay, like you fixed everything. Can I have my power back? And Doom says, I told you I'd give it back to you when I fix the world, but the world's far from fixed. So right now the story ends and they give everything up, and Doom is now the Sorcerer Supreme. So that's kind of how it ends. Really quick cliff notes. So since some of the major players here for this narrative, and of course I didn't read every tie-in book. There was a lot of normal issues where this happens in. So you had like the Doctor Strange books and the Fantastic Four books and the Spider-Man, Peter Parker Spider-Man books. I didn't read any of those, so other stuff may have been important for those narratives, the narrative that I didn't pick up on. So if I missed those, I apologize. But because Doom is a big part of it, Khonshu and Moon Knight's a big part of it, and then Blade or Briella, Miles, and Dracula are a big part of it. We're going to be using Moon Knight, Doctor Doom 2099, and Morbius to be like the vampire group. We're going to be against Carnage, who's our Varney. 9 attack. Carnage has got Feast on each player. Whenever this Master Strike feasts on a player that costs 0... Feast on a player's 0-cost hero, that player gains a wound. We've got Midnight Massacre. So 11 twists, add 14 cards from any Blade hero to the villain deck. So we've got Blade, like the Dark City Blade. Special rules are Blade hero cards in the city or in the villain deck and the city are demonically possessed Switchblade villains with attack equal to their printed cost. Their only ability are Sunlight. To fight this, you must spend 3 recruit. And then Moonlight, Blood Frenzy. Fight, either KO this card or choose a player to gain it as a hero. So Blood Frenzy is they get +1 attack for each victory point value in our victory pile. And then on each twist is for each Switchblade villain in the city and or escape pile. KO the top 3 cards of the villain deck, or the hero deck, sorry. No matter how many were there, play another card from the villain deck. And it says evil wins when the hero deck or villain deck runs out. We have Spider Infected to be our little vampires. Ambush. This captures a bystander. And then Fight. The next hero you gain gets Wall Crawl. So let's give him a bystander. We'll give him another bystander. Our villain group that be the Fallen, or is the Fallen, they're going to be our Blood Coven. And let's just get started here. So, and we've got our Moonlight card, our Sunlight Moonlight card. We're in Moonlight because we have more odds than evens. And I think we're going to be in Moonlight this whole game, but we'll keep track of it that way. Okay. So we've got a Blade. He's 4, which we're not going to be able to fight right now, which is kind of a pain. We've got 4 Recruit here. Let's use that to get Climbing Walls. Wall Crawl, go on top of our deck. We'll play a yellow hero. We get +1 Recruit. We're going to end the go. We have a Scheme Twist, so the top 3 get KO'd. We'll play another card from the villain deck. It's going to be Atrocity. He's going to haunt the leftmost HQ hero, so he haunts that hero, and then we have to put something on the bottom. Put that on the bottom. So haunting, we have to spend attack equal to the cost of that hero to either get this hero or KO it, and then this will come into the city. Okay, so we have 2 attack. We have 5 Recruit. We'll get Crescent Moon Darts. 3 attack. Reveal top card of your deck. If it's yellow or black, draw it. One, two, three, four, five, 6. We have a Scheme Twist, so 3 get KO'd. Play another card from the villain deck. It's going to be another Blade. We'll put something on the bottom. Okay, he comes in with 3 as well. So let's see what we can do with any of these guys here. And we have just a ton of Recruit. Okay, so with our Recruit, let's get Subvert the New Future, this New Future. 2 Recruit. You may send this card and a card from your disc hand or discard under cover. If you do, you get +1 Recruit. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Okay. Another Scheme Twist. So 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh. For each Switchblade villain in the city or escape pile, KO the top 2 card. Yeah, that's really rough. Okay, we have another Blade. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's put something on the bottom. Okay, can I please fight somebody for the love of the Lord? Okay, here we go. So we have 3 Recruit there. We're going to recruit Lunar Communion, so Wall Crawl, and then when you defeat a villain on the rooftops this turn, you may KO one of your cards or a card from your discard pile. That's going to go there. We are then going to play these and reveal top card of our deck. If it's yellow, we get to draw it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attack. Oh, Vampiric Surge would be really good, but I need to clear the city out. So let's take out both of these. And with these, whenever you defeat a villain, okay, so we get to KO something, so we're going to KO that. And then we're going to actually take both of these cards. So we're going to get Stalk the Prey. You may move a villain to an adjacent city space. If another villain's already there, swap them. This will help us activate that more often. And then we have, whenever you defeat a villain in the sewers or rooftops, you have 2 Recruit. So we'll take both of those. Okay. Vampiric Surge would be good, but it's not going to do us any good at the moment, so I'll kind of wait a little bit on it. Okay, another Blade here. But I do need to clear these guys out because they're just going to be more of a pain for us. Okay, so we've got 4. Reveal top card here. Okay, we're going to draw that. Nice. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll take out Vampiric Surge and we'll take that card. You get +1 attack for each villain in your victory pile. And then with the 2 Recruit, we'll get a Sidekick, which will be Darwin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, another Night Hunter. Okay, we've got 2 there, 3, 4, 5. Rooftops or the sewers. So we're going to keep that one in the sewers. We're going to take this out. We're going to KO this because I don't need this. Because we defeated a villain in this thing, we'll get 2 recruit for this. So it's going to be 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's use that to get Doom Blast. Cyber Mod 1 blue, you get +1 attack. Cyber Mod 3 blue, you get +3 attack. We'll get another Doom Blast. Okay. We have Metatarchus, haunt the rightmost unhaunted hero in the HQ. Okay, so we're going to play this. We're going to send this undercover and this undercover. So it's going to give us 3 recruit. This goes up by 1 because of the Blood Frenzy. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get another Flesh Grafted Doombot. Did I already get one of these? I can't remember. Black, you may look at the top 3 cards of your deck. If you do, send one of them undercover. Put the rest back in any order. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these are worth 1 victory point, so it's going to add to the Blood Frenzy. Okay, this one might be more interesting. So we're going to play both of these. We get the Cyber Mod for this, so it's going to be 2 attacks for them. So that's 6, 7, 8. We're going to move him here. 9, 10, and 3 recruit. We have 10 attack. We're going to use 5 to defeat him. This is where it's going to KO that. Because we defeated, whenever you defeat a villain on the rooftops, get +2 recruit. So this says whenever you defeat a villain on the rooftops or bridge this turn, you get +2 recruit. So that, or rooftops are, so if I defeat him too, do I get it again? That gave me another 2. It says whenever you do it, you get +2 recruit, so I think so. Let's get another Doom Blast. I'm trying to not get as many things because if stuff gets KO'd, we're going to have problems. Okay. Okay, we'll play that. We'll look at the top card of our deck. We can't draw it. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 recruit. We'll fight him. We'll KO him. We'll fight the Spider Infected. This goes here. And then we have Stan Lee. Whenever you rescue a bystander, say a hero name, then reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. If you get that, we're going to say Moon Knight. We didn't get Moon Knight. Okay. So now 2 cards are going to increase the Blood Frenzy. We've just KO'd so much stuff that like I'm trying to just not recruit anything from the thing if I don't have to. Ugh. They keep coming. Okay. So we get 2. Okay, we're going to play this for 2 attack because we have, or no, we have each for each villain on our victory pile. So we have 1 villain. So it gives us 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be recruit. We're going to fight the Spider Infected. We're going to get Cypher. So Cypher, look at the top card of your deck. 2 cards of your deck, draw 1 and discard the other. And then we're going to use our recruit, and whoever recruit has Wall Crawl. We're going to get Lunar Communion. Oh no, he already has Wall Crawl. That's silly. Let's get Insatiable Craving. 2 attack, we'll play a red hero, that's Blood Frenzy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have, okay, he's going to haunt the rightmost unhaunted person. Okay. Oh, buddy. Got a lot going on here. So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, because we get it from the Cyber Mod. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 attack. 14. Do we hit him or do we go for, let's go for Blade. So we're going to take this one for 8. Whenever you defeat a villain in the sewers or rooftop this turn, draw 2 cards. We're going to get that as a hero. We are going to take out Atrocity. We're going to unhaunt him. So this, we're going to KO that. And then he comes into play. And then we're going to defeat him with the rest of our attack. Because that equals 14, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 8. Unhaunting him was 3, and then 3. And then we get to rescue a bystander. Pepper Potts. When we rescue a bystander, you get +1 if the rooftops is empty and the bridge is empty, which we do. We have the recruit. Oh, that gets put back at the bottom. I'm not going to get anything. We're going to let it go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have Master Strike, so he's going to feast. That gets feasted on. We don't take any wounds. Here we have 1, 2, 3, and we have 4 attack. Let's fight this one. So this comes in here with Blood Frenzy. So it gets 1, 2, 2. Right? Yeah, it gets 2 attack. I'm going to KO that. And I'm not going to recruit anything. We're going to end the go. Okay, another Bladey Blade. Okay. Let's play this. We'll reveal the top card. Okay, we're not going to draw it, but that's 3, 4, 5, 6. And 4 recruit. We'll fight her. We'll get to KO one of our heroes. And we'll KO this. He goes up to 9. And with the 4, yeah, we're still going to wait a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Patriarch. Haunt. So it says haunt a hero in the HQ that costs 3 or less. We can move him here. It doesn't really matter. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's get a sidekick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Spider infected. Okay, here we go. We can do something here. So 2, 6. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. You can send one undercover. Put the rest back in any order. So this is 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're going to fight him for 9. We're going to get this card. That's going to let us draw a card. Hold on. I want to put this back in this order. It's going to let us draw 2 cards. Sorry. And whenever you defeat a villain on the rooftops, you get to KO a card. One of your cards or a card in your discard pile. So we're going to KO that. We had 14 and he was 9. So wait. Leaving us 5. We're going to play that. So 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to fight Carnage. Each player reveals the top card of their deck, and that player feasts on a card of your choice, so that gets feasted on. And then we're going to end our go. Okay, not bad. Not bad. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, victory point values, let's keep track of these. So you have a 6, a 1, a 4, a 2, 6, 1, 4, and 2. Okay, so there's 4 different values. We have a bystander there. Okay. So we'll play this. We'll look at the top 3 cards here. We'll send that undercover. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 1. Is this like the same hand we just had? So Oh, let's put it, hold on. We'll put it back this way. So we'll fight him for 9 of our 14, leaving us 5. Feast, if it feasts on a 0-cost hero, this way each player KOs a bystander from their victory pile. So it's going to feast. We'll KO a bystander from our victory pile. Pepper Potts, gone. We have 5 left. Let's go after Patriarch. He'll come into play here. We're going to gain that as a hero. And then we're going to end the go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Atrocity's going to come back in, the leftmost character. Okay, so we're going to draw 2. Let's see what we can do here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 is the magic number, and then we're going to play that and get a recruit for playing yellow. So we'll fight the spider infected. We'll KO a wound from our hand or discard pile. We'll gain magic as a hero. Because we defeated a villain in the rooftops, we'll get to draw 2 cards. So that was 3. I have 11 left. Back to 14. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Because the Blood Frenzy for playing a red. So 20, we're going to hit Carnage. Feast, if this card feasts on a 0-cost hero, do it again. Repeat the process. We'll fight Patriarch. So we went from 20 to 11 to 7. Reveal top card of your deck. If it's 3, let's draw it. It is 7. We'll play that for 2, putting us back at 9 to take out Carnage. Okay. Okay, that's it. We won. That was kind of fast. Okay, let's count the victory points up. We'll be right back. Okay, so all our undercover cards are 1. So this is 43 victory points minus 9. So 43 minus 9 is 34. So 34, not too bad. So that's going to be the playthrough for today. It was kind of quick. I was a little worried just because, you know, stuff got KO'd pretty quickly. But, oh, look at all. That would have been a hot mess. But yeah, that's going to be the playthrough for today. Did you guys read Blood Hunt? Do you guys know about Blood Hunt? Let me know what you thought of it. There's a lot of stories, like I said, that tied in that I didn't really, I didn't either read. I haven't finished reading. There's a lot of one-shots with some X-Men characters that I have sitting over by my bedside that I haven't touched yet. So there's a lot of stories that were involving the vampire. So it was a lot of fun, but it was a lot to keep track of, and from like a collecting standpoint. So I don't think I'm going to do that again because there's like a Venom War thing with all these different tie-ins. I'm like, yeah, I'm not touching that. So anyway, that's going to be it. Let me know what you guys thought of the books and the playthrough, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.